Hello, I'm Torrance Mayor George Chen. Veterans Day is Saturday, November 11th, and the city is honoring our military heroes all week leading to that day through this special virtual program. On behalf of my colleagues on the Torrance City Council, thank you to all who have served our country so bravely and selflessly. We are also grateful to each individual who is in active duty right now, maintaining our freedom both at home and abroad. Torrance has a rich history dating back decades of honoring our local heroes. This year, we are so happy to bring back our 61st Armed Forces Day Parade. Torrance is one of the few cities across the country that is sanctioned by the United States Department of Defense to honor our armed forces through an annual parade and celebration. Nearly 100,000 people came out over 3 days, taking part in the nation's longest-running military parade that is sponsored by a city. Listening to free concerts with patriotic tunes played by the United States Air Force Band, observing military assets on display at the Del Amo Fashion Center, and more. Each year, the City of Torrance identifies one branch of the U.S. military as the Honored Service of the Armed Forces Day celebration. This year, that branch was the Coast Guard. We saw Master Chief Petty Officer Malia Chastain get promoted during the parade to a 2-star officer. She became the first African-American woman to become Master Chief Petty Officer of the U.S. Coast Guard. And her son was right beside her to witness that priceless moment. About 500 new recruits also took the oath of installation for all 6 branches of the U.S. Armed Forces, led by the parade's Grand Marshal, Coast Guard Rear Admiral Corolla List. Torrance has a rich tradition of lifting our local heroes up through the Hometown Heroes Banner Recognition Program. For more than a decade, we have been recognizing members of our community who are currently serving in the armed forces, veterans who have served in the past, and veterans who have since passed away. Again, we thank every veteran, current military member, and all of their family members for their commitment, sacrifices, and service to our nation.
So I served during Vietnam, and I know firsthand how it is to come back from serving and not be appreciated. I'm fortunate to have a great friend of mine, Leon Silverman, who is a World War II veteran that feels the same way. We meet with him constantly. These are the kind of people that I want everyone to reach out to and thank them for their service, because without them, we don't have the freedom of speech, we don't have the freedom to assemble like we do, and it just takes a moment to thank somebody like that. And really, mainly the people that are serving today in uniform. That includes police officers and firemen. Those are people that need to be thanked for what they do for us. You're safe at night at 3 o'clock in the morning because you know that you can call the Torrance Police Department. So I really mean this. I think everybody should take that moment and thank them. Even if you're driving in a car, roll your window down and thank them.
I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. My grandfather was in World War II. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore, but he fought across seas in Italy. And so when I think of veterans, I always think of my grandfather first. But I also think about our men and women that are serving each and every day, putting their lives on the line for us, for our freedom. And I just appreciate everything they do.
I would like to tell them thank you for their sacrifice and for their service. And I have just all the love in my heart for everything that they do for us, and hope that they understand and know how appreciated they are by me, myself as a person, and by the City of Torrance, and by all of the residents who have family members who have been in the service and understand exactly what they have sacrificed.
I don't want to walk without you, baby. This song was very popular during World War II. It was written by Frank Lesser and Jules Stein. And it was a really big hit.
First of all, thank you for all their services. I have personally known quite a few veterans in my neighborhood. I know Mr. John Fleming, who was a veteran. What a nice guy. He has shared with me so many stories, what he has done for our country, for the services. So I want to thank all the veterans for their services to our country and everything they have done or they are involved. It's one of those things we should treasure forever.
My husband was a World War II veteran. He was in the Navy and he flew PBYs, which is the Catalina, and they were called the Black Cats, and they patrolled in the South Pacific. And he lived to be 95 years old, and he was very proud of America. And we always flew the flag. In fact, I wore a little pin today with the American flag on it. And every time I see a veteran, I try to make sure I always thank them for their service. And I think it's marvelous for the people that have donated to this cause and to say thank you to the veterans and give them all the support that they need. They're really dedicated, both male and female.
I'd say thanks for helping us, say they're in the armies and stuff like that, so thanks for keeping us safe and stuff, because that's good.
Thank you for protecting our country and making it what it is today, and for all your hard work and dedication.
My high school, I'm in the Marine Corps Junior ROTC program, and so far I'm loving it. The structure is just so much fun and everyone's so nice. I just thought it would be a fun experience and could teach me a lot of new things and just general life skills that I could use even if I don't go into the military. Thank you so much.
This next song was written by Irving Berlin while he was a doughboy in the Army in World War I. And after the war, he shelved it and brought it back in 1938. And it became the theme song for Kate Smith, who sang it at every performance. To the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Torrance is a community that specifically really honors its veterans, and I'm proud to be part of that. My grandfather was a code maker during World War II, and it's just great to be part of a community that properly honors its people.
I am so appreciative every morning that I wake up. I see the American flag flying in my front yard, and it just sets the tone for my day. So I just want to say to each and every one of them each and every one of you that have paid the ultimate sacrifice to be away from your families, to serve our country, I appreciate you, and I love you, and I thank you for everything you do.
Hello, my name's Steve Lays, and I am the chair of the Social Services Commission. Our commission was created in 2016 by the Torrance City Council to strengthen our commitment to the community. My fellow commissioners and I address issues concerning the city's veterans, homeless population, adults with developmental disabilities, and children with special needs. One of my greatest joys as the commission chair is to welcome our veterans to the city's annual Veterans Appreciation Luncheon and Resource Fair. We met last week at the Cultural Arts Center, and it was great to share a meal with so many of our distinguished citizens and connect them to resources to help expand their social and support network. Let's continue to think about our veterans throughout the year. One way to do so is to visit our Veterans Memorial, located at the Torrance Civic Center at the corner of Torrance Boulevard and Maple Avenue. We recently added 5 new names to the wall after volunteers at the Torrance Historical Society uncovered them through extensive research. Russell Willis Browning, Thomas Walter Beecham, James Duran Sanders, Christy Palika, and John Robert Wolverton now have their names etched onto the memorial wall, reminding us of the ultimate sacrifice they made on behalf of our country. They were Torrance residents, along with the 146 others who they joined on that wall. About 2/3 of the names now have a face and a story. If you'd like to take a step further in honoring these individuals, you can help us tell their stories. If you have questions or would like to help, you can contact the museum at 310-328-5392. Thank you for helping us to lift up our veterans by participating in this virtual appreciation program. May God continue to bless them, and may God bless America.
Thank you to all our veterans for your service.
I would just like to say thank you so much for all your service and all you do. We all really appreciate you.
I just want to tell you that I appreciate you so much, as well as my entire family. I understand what you're doing, and we're so proud of you. We love you dearly. You're worth it, and we know it. And God bless you.
I'd really like to thank you for your service. My dad was an Army veteran, and before he passed, we tried to have him be able to talk about his experiences, and he really wouldn't talk about it. We have a lot of photos of him, and I know that he went to visit there was actually 6. And my dad, when he passed, was 85 years old, and there were 6 veterans that he would travel to the East Coast and see every single year. And I think that that was very special. And I know that he shared stories about those experiences, but his actual experience at the time of, we don't know too much about. So I just like to really thank Dad and thank all of those who have served our wonderful country.